What's up, cool kids? FD White. Welcome back to the channel. So congratulations if you've been following the channel over the last 2 weeks. We talked about areas that we needed to reclaim, areas that were very important for Bitcoin to get a little bit bullish again. We got above our, well, we had three. We got above that 110.3K. We got back above that 113.5K. Now it looks like we're trying to retest that $116,000 level. We want to get back above that $116,000 level, get back in that range of 116 to 120, and then I'll be a little bit more optimistic as to the short-term future of Bitcoin and the crypto market. Altcoins pumped a little bit. We had some that pumped major, but some of them are pulling back right now. Altcoins are pretty down to flat. Looks like risk on is back for the moment. I'm very cautious right now. Stocks are pumping. Bitcoin was pumping overnight, seems to stall, has found a short-term ceiling at about 115,000, trying to make our way, like I said, up to 116,000. We got gold pulling back under 4K, so that's showing that risk on is a little bit more this week, and that's just off the back of the China-Trump tensions. The tariffs look like they will be pulled down, like we talked about yesterday. We also have FOMC meeting this Wednesday. I think it is Wednesday, where they're going to potentially cut interest rates. I think it's like a 95% chance that they're going to cut interest rates, so that's bullish for the markets. And also we have earnings coming out for some of the big players, some of the big tech stocks, so hopefully that could catapult, bring more risk on. It's not really correlated right now. Stocks haven't really been correlated to Bitcoin over the past few months, but risk on, we want risk on. Crypto is risk on, Bitcoin is risk on. So this is a risk on environment for the most part this week, with all this this news, this data, this fundamental driven sentiment that's going on right now. So what am I doing? That's the whole point of this video. I'm still kind of sitting on my hands trying to figure out what's going on. I want to reclaim that 116. That's really, we were talking about those other two below us, the 110 and the 113.5, but 116 is the major area that I want to get back above, hold back above there on some dailies, hopefully a weekly, and then we can proclaim that bullishness is back. Until then, I'm very, very cautious, very protective, defensive. We saw what's been happening over the past few weeks. We'll get a pump, everybody gets excited, and then boom, not even a day later, we'll get some sort of retracement or a massive flush out. So I'm very safe as it comes to when it comes to trading. I'm still taking profits quick when it comes to trades, and we're just going to continue to monitor, continue to take into account what's been happening in the past with the crypto market, with Bitcoin. And like I said, we're going to continue to stay diligent though. We're not going to really take any days off, but for the most part, we're going to see what happens going into this week. So because everything is such flip-flop, Trump might flip-flop again. He might talk about, the tariffs are back. Somebody might make a post about him, a picture. He might get mad, talk about tariffs are back. Who knows what can happen? So, that's the type of environment we live in right now. That's the type of trading and investing environment that we are in right now. We got to play the game how it's given to us. We have to play the cards that we are dealt in this market. So be very defensive, be very careful, pay yourself until we reclaim that 116. We'll say 116.5, really, to be on the safe side. Be very cautiously optimistic about this crypto market, and we'll just continue to go from there. That's just really my real-time thoughts. I wanted to come before I go on the gym. I got a meeting at 11:30, then I'm gonna go on the gym, then we'll get back to the charts. But for the most part, there is opportunity. There's always opportunity, but as the market gets a little bit more like I say, frothy all the time, then we can find some better opportunities, some easier opportunities. That's the main thing, easier opportunities. We want to trade when the market is a lot easier. So we'll be back at the charts a little bit later, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's FD White. Make sure you like, subscribe, be careful, stay solvent, be rational in these irrational markets, and be cool. We're cool, kids. Talk to you in a minute. Peace.